this is Johannes.
And this is Irma.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, where we play our whole collection of 600 plus games and decide whether to keep or cull them.
That is true. I think probably you know the thing by now. If you're not a new viewer, if you are a new viewer, welcome. Click the subscribe button and click the bell button and you will get notifications when we make new videos.
Yes.
So all the games we call, they're going to get given away to you as viewers. If there are any games in this episode that you would like to win, go into the description and you will see the link to the form. 2 weeks ago, because there are 2 weeks before we keep them, or before we give the winners, there were no games called, so there's going to be no winners today. So we're just going to go right into the stats. This week, we knew we were going to have more time to play. Also, you had to stay home a couple of days because you had to take a COVID test because you were a little sick. No worries for COVID, basically, but
all good, but
we
more
just
times
have to be
for
very strict on that. Like if you are having any symptoms, you have to stay home from work. So that made us be able to play a bit more games. So this week we played 13 hours of Keep or Cull games. We played some more hours of reviews and previews, but for Keep or Cull, 13 hours. Last week was 5, and the week before was 10. So almost the same as the last 2 weeks combined.
Yes.
We played 12 games for Keep or Cull. Where last week was 3 and the week before that was 6, so more than that.
Yeah, I think we did great this week. I feel like I'm more proud to come in and film this video today than I've been.
But I think it's fine. Like you see, of course, more people are going to see the videos with more games in them, and that's just how it's going to be.
Fine.
But it means a lot that you are, and everybody in the comments are like, oh, please, do it in your pace and don't burn out.
Oh, yeah, you were so nice.
But we're really fine, basically, because we are only playing games when we want to.
Yeah.
And we're not forcing ourselves, like, probably going to be, in the end, going to be a couple of games that are going to be like, oh, we have kept that all the way until now.
Why didn't we cull this
before we started? Yes. But other than that, we are still pushing for doing it as fast as possible because we want to, because we want to have more stuff in each video. But we're not maybe like, we're not going to force ourselves to sit down and play games when we might want to go for a walk or might want to do other things. So, and there's also reviews and previews and all of that. So, but we are doing this and it's so much fun doing Keep or Cull, getting to play all these games, and this week was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I agree. We played some games that I haven't played before.
Yes, me too as well.
And some games that I have not played in a long time, and it's been, a blast really.
So, we usually do this at the end of the video. Now we did it at the beginning of the video, but that's fine.
Probably gonna double it up.
Yeah, first off, we're not gonna go past this, even though people are gonna be like, oh, Johannes, did you skip it on purpose? How much did Sudo win?
Okay, well, how much did I win? I don't know, 50%.
That is almost correct. There was one co-op game. You won 5 times, I won 6. Boom!
Oh, you won.
Boom, boom,
you
boom,
beat
boom.
Me.
Yes, I did. So let's go to the first game. First off, we have Starving Artists.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, boom. This is a boring game. No, I remember I really wanted to get this game when the game came out because a fun theme. Like, I have been a starving artist, not like painting, but all artists are starving sometime in their life, most of the time.
Not so much in Norway.
No, that is true, but it's starving in like a wider aspect, basically, like not having a lot of money. I enjoyed it when I first played it. Now we haven't played it in like many years, and it was very random and not very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I would rather play something else every day of the week.
Yeah.
I remember I had more fun with it last time, but it wasn't amazing then either. But now I'm just like, okay, we don't need this.
We don't need no starving artist.
But it's like cool, the balance of painting pictures and like getting food and also getting paint to paint more pictures. But I don't need it.
No, so that is going on the cull pile usually over here.
Cull pile.
Because you are the color. Yes, that is true.
I can cull everything.
Then we have the original co-op game. Are you ready?
This is, you have to say the name because it's in Norwegian here.
Yes, that's it inside. That is Lord of the Rings in Norwegian.
Yes.
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, boom.
This is the nostalgic hoarder, which is keeping this right now because this is a Norwegian edition.
But you're not nostalgic to this game. You've never played this game before.
No, but I really like the old look of it and just like thinking about, because we've all been to your like a friend's house where they have a real like worn game that has like rules inside the lid. We have that a lot in Norway. You don't have it here though. But if it was a horrible game, I would call it even still. But it's actually a quite decent co-op game. It's just like a pasted-on theme where
It's running on itself, so.
Yeah, where you play cards to move up on tracks and try to survive all the negative stuff that is happening to you.
Yeah.
It's very simple and it doesn't feel like very like nail-biting intense, but it has a lot of interesting decisions to it and it was some close calls here and there. So I enjoyed it when we played it. I would play it again, but I don't see us actually playing this.
Maybe with my nephew when he gets a bit older and he just it says like 15 plus on the game. I don't know why. That is weird. 15 plus. That's super weird. I think you can play this with a 10-year-old, no problem. But he just watched the Hobbit movies.
Yes.
Like it's gonna be like into watching this as well. So that might be cool to play that. And also like it's one of the first co-op games, and it was when I told about earlier the first hobby game I played. I've been wrong. This is the first hobby game I played. I played this, probably this game came out in Norway, I think in 2002 or something, because I think it was 2001 it came out.
2001.
2001, so it was 2001. And I probably played it in like 2002 or something. And last time I played it was 2008. So I played this not in 13 years, and now we got to play it, so that was fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, next up is me.
Yeah,
and we played a game we had on the shelf for a while. This basically came back with us from a board game club that got split up, and all the games that was owned by the club was giving away to the founders of the club. And this is one I wanted to get because I have always wanted to try it, even though it's not my style of game. You ready? 1, 2, 3, boom! Oh yeah, we agree on this.
Yeah.
Yes, this was what I want from a short, sweet war game. Like it is random, it's dice rolling, but it has kind of that feeling of that you can place yourself strategically. We just played a very basic scenario with just infantry, so I would love to play it again. Like I want to keep it just to play it with the armor tracks and with with the other elements, and maybe we won't keep it forever, but it's one I want to play again. It's a simple game, but enough depth that you can actually do some interesting things.
Yeah, and I like how thematic it is, that you're like the different sides are set up to match how it was.
Yeah.
And that brings a lot of, I presume, variability to the game as well. I didn't think I would like this.
Not me either.
I like the direct conflict war games. It's certainly not my style, but this is light enough for me to think that dice rolling is okay and to feel like, okay, maybe you crushed me, but let's go again, or let's play something else if I'm a sore loser. Yeah. But I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
That is Memoir 44.
Then we have
The quest
for El Dorado.
You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, I thought you would call this. I'm a little unsure, but I think this will be a fun game to play with our nephew when he gets a little older. This is basically a deck building racing game where you're building a better hand to move faster than the other players to get to different terrain. And what I like about this game is how you kind of decide what cards are in play from game to game, which cards are available for buying. I really like that, but also I like how simple it is, but still it has taken a really classic mechanism that is deck building and combined it with something else, and I think it actually fits very, very nicely with each other.
Oh yeah.
I would rather play this than Dominion, but I can see like that this is a like more basic game than Dominion.
But it's a game, they're very different games, even though they have like the same mechanism.
Absolutely.
Do you want to keep it?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
Maybe when our nephew is old and he
when he's old,
when
when he's like
70 years and he doesn't think Quest for El Dorado is fun anymore, then we can call it.
Then next up we played Inhabit the Earth by Richard Brice.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. Yeah, it was a fine game. Like Richard Brice is most well known for making the Key games, so Keyflower is the most well known, and we enjoy many of his games. This was a fine game. It was way too long for what it gave me, and it had some interesting things. Of the race aspect was fine. The multi-use cards were fine. The abilities were fine. It was basically all around a very fine game.
Yeah.
Like an average game. Not much to say. It was just not that interesting.
Yeah, I would play it again if I was asked to and someone really wanted to play it, but I don't need to own it. I agree with all of your points, really.
Yeah. So we're gonna call
Cute animals, though. I love the cover. It's looks like an old school game.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Tashkellar by Vlada Chuvalo.
You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
You want to keep it? Because you're actually good at this game, and I don't get it.
Did I win?
This,
I did win,
yeah,
I think.
you did. You're crushing me in this game. This is
I did not crush you this time.
This is an abstract game,
Absolutely,
really.
yeah.
You're placing like common tiles on a grid, and you want to place them in a shape or pattern that lets you conjure supernatural beings or something.
Yeah.
Like champions. And what you basically do is trying to complete quests by standing in different shapes or structures, or like eliminating your pieces from a board in a specific way, trying to be on specific places on the board.
Yeah.
So I like that there are different ways to roam, basically, that you don't need to like eliminate the other player to be the victor.
Yeah.
You can also like go for certain quests, but I have other abstract games that I'd rather play, is my argument for this game.
It was a fun game. I would like to own it, but it's not very important for me, so we can just call it.
Yes.
It's my turn then?
Yep.
And we played Magic the Gathering, Arena of the Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. This feels like a game. Like, this is like a re-version of Heroescape, which I haven't played. But it feels like they were like, oh, we're gonna make this super hot and super cool and people are gonna love it. So in the base box, we're gonna put nothing. So that when you get it, they're like, oh, this is amazing. You have to buy all the expansions. But then when you set up the base game and you look at the board and you're like, that looks horrible. That's like, there's nothing to do. Like, it's a plain field, which is blocked off by a wall. And there's one place you can stand on a mountain. Or a cliff, which is like this tall. And that is the whole thing you can do. There's no variability in this setup, basically, because there's no pieces in the board to build it up. And the gameplay in itself is just okay. There's nothing here. Like, the only thing that makes me do is that I look at the cards and I see well-known Magic cards. I'm going to be like, oh, I want to play Magic now. Because this was not fun.
I agree. It has some elements that I think has potential, though. That you have a hand of like superpowers that you can play and try to use to your advantage, and also that you like activate one of your units kind of each turn and try to make good combos with that. But I will not play this again. I wasn't impressed at all.
No, I agree. So we're going to kill
Yes,
Magic the Gathering and put it at the bottom of the Cull pile.
Okay, so it's me then?
Yes.
Next up we have another war game. So this is Undaunted Normandy.
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, boom.
This is a fine game. I liked it more than I thought I would. We played it a few times before.
Yes.
And I was actually surprised at how I didn't hate war games. And that is a new revelation to me. But this is a little different from Memoir 44. This is basically a deck building game. And I like that aspect. And you're trying to build a good deck and kill the other person. Or achieve some...
Most of the time there's...
controlling certain tiles.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I will pick this game, though. I think if I'm in the mood for this kind of game, my brain would rather play Memoir 44.
Yeah, because we talked about this a bit, because we played these two and we were like, okay, which one do we like the most and why? And the thing that was really interesting was the fact that Memoir 44 is a lot lighter.
Yeah.
And then I don't care that much about the randomness.
Yeah.
Here I feel like I will set myself up, I will do good things, and then I just won't hit you. And I just won't do my thing because I cannot, because the dice rolls are not in my favor.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about those dice rolls. So, of course, you're rolling many dice, and I did win, even though I had a lot of bad luck. But you also had bad luck, and you kind of get balanced out, and that's what you have to know when going into the game. That's fine. but I felt like I was investing more in this, and then the randomness is more annoying to me.
Oh yeah, I get it. I like that you can like strategically place yourself on a map that you are closer to the enemy and being offensive, or you're standing in a position where you have good defense to be defensive. I like that, but you can still roll poorly though, and hit when your chances are really low, or miss when your chances are high. So yeah, I don't need to keep this.
No, the thing I actually liked better in Memoir was that the different kind of things where you were hiding had different abilities.
Oh yeah.
In this, it's basically, oh, this space has 1 defense, this has 2 defense, this has 3 defense, and that's it. There's nothing more, and that's what I like more in Memoir 44.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cull this. Probably most people would do the other way around, but that's how it is right now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my turn again. Then we played Summoner Wars, Alliances, Monster Set. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, this is sad because this has actually been on my top 50 of all time. And I really like this game. I have enjoyed my plays of it a lot. I love the different races and how the different factions play against each other. So there's a ton of variability in this game. What really killed this game for me is the randomness in the dice. Last time when we played it now, I really got,
Destroyed.
Yeah, but I won though.
You did.
Yeah.
By randomness.
Yeah, by randomness. Won by randomness. Well, I got killed, and it wasn't anything I can do about it. And when you get killed yourself and you don't kill any of your opponent's pieces, like cards, you don't get any more magic, which you use to summon new units, which means that you can't really summon new units.
You can if you discard all of your cards.
Yeah, all of your cards though. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good thing in this game. A lot of good game, like the Ninja Turtle, like in front of there, for example. But it's too lucky, and that's sad.
Yeah. And if you're gonna win this, you're gonna be happy because you have the normal monster set and the alliance monster set. You're gonna have like a lot of game in here, and a room for everything else.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is of course in the first edition. There was just a second edition release of this game as well.
Oh, I didn't think I would ever call this game.
No,
but I won't miss it though, so it's okay. Then we have Carcassonne Hunters and Gatherers.
Yeah, this was an older game, but Asmodee Handsome Gluck had just reprinted it. This is the Nordic edition, but if you want this, there's rules in other languages.
Yes.
I don't know if they have reprinted this edition in English. I do not know. That's why I said this. So this is a version that was sent to us by Asmodee to check out. We just called normal Carcassonne, so let's see how this fares. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, I think maybe I would, if I had to keep one, I might have kept this. I thought it was a neat things in this, like with the fish in the ocean. No, what do you call it? Rivers.
Yes.
And stuff. I thought when you surround like a wooden area, which is castles in normal Carcassonne, some of them has like these stones on it.
Yeah.
And then you get to place like a special tile.
Obelisk tile.
I thought those were really random. I didn't like those. But we have Star Wars Carcassonne left, so that is like maybe has a chance to stay.
I would rather keep the normal Carcassonne, because this is more random. Carcassonne is more you can play and do. It's not like, I drew this tile, now I got 24 points. That's what happened when we played.
Yeah, I didn't like the Bota or something. Obelisks. I didn't like that at all. But the other things like the animals instead of like the castles, when you laid the farmer down, I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
But not nice to keep.
There were some fun things here, and if you're like a fan of Carcassonne and you haven't played this, I think you might enjoy it, but for us, it was not that amazing.
Yes.
Then we went to 2 other people, and we played a big game.
Oh.
We played Subrobia.
Yes.
A 4-player game of Subrobia. We just played the base game because they had not played that many games. It was on the line of being too heavy for them, but they enjoyed their time, which was good.
Yes.
It's better to enjoy playing games. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, boom.
I'm keeping it. I was like, no, I'm having it the wrong way around. I can't cull this game. No?
You weren't right. Okay, yeah, I was actually unsure if you wanted to keep or cull this.
Yeah, I think still that Suburbia is a great game. I don't think it
Not
will...
really anything to turn back here.
I don't think it will hit any top lists soon, unless it's a city builder, because we don't have that many city builders. So
Yep.
probably would have been in the top 10 there. But I think still it's a very solid game, and we have a lot of expansions that I really want to try out.
All of them are here, yeah.
And yeah, I want to keep it.
Yeah, it's a great game. I like it. 4 players, a bit too much. I think 3 players is a sweet spot. So you get that interaction, a bit more happening in the market, but it doesn't take that much time. Last up, we have another reprint of an old game that we got from Asmodee.
Tiny
This
game.
is for sale. You have played it before. I had not played it before. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom.
This is actually one of the auction games that I actually have enjoyed.
Yes.
Last time I played it is a long time ago, so I didn't really remember a lot about it. I just remember that it wasn't horrible. What are you doing? Taking a picture? I don't know. Yeah. You're being weird.
Yes.
Yeah. But I really like how you're bidding kind of in 2 phases. So it really reminds me of Biblios, actually. The first round, you're bidding money for properties.
Yeah.
And if you stay the longest without passing, then you get the building that is most worth. And then when all the properties have been auctioned, then you're selling properties for checks, and it basically a blind bid then, not an around and around bid.
Yeah, it's basically like
around and around bid.
That's where you see this in an older game. Like you get that it feels like a classic card game. That other thing you're seeing it, and it is a blind bid, but it feels like that you're building up your own hand of cards, and then you're using that to strategically try to sneak in those points, which is really nice. I was very pleasantly surprised by this. We played it with 4 players, which was really nice. I was enjoying myself so much. Like you gave me the impression this was not a very good game.
It's an auction game.
But I really, really enjoyed it. And this is one that it might take like the edge out of high society and those, because it's a bit simpler, maybe a bit less strategic. But I really enjoyed this. And this is going into if we are 4 or 5 players, I might get this out instead of Medici, because it's a bit simpler and it's a little bit less, of course, but it's so simple and so easy to teach and so easy to play. I really like this.
Yeah, and I think also I dare say that this might be less lucky than Medici, because in Medici you can actually just draw super clever cards when people don't have space for them and get a lot of good stuff for free. You can't really do that, but I really like that you can actually play quite poorly in the first half of the game, but still come back from it if you use your cards wisely in the second half, and vice versa.
So what you're saying, I did that.
Yes,
I played super poorly in the first round. I had a bit of bad luck in the first round with the placement and what came out, but that didn't hinder me from getting second place.
I still won.
You did, but I won more than you this
reason
week.
We're
so
keeping it. No,
I won more than
not.
you this week, so no bragging.
Rub it in.
So those are 12 more games. So we kept 5 of them, the biggest and the smallest, and some normal ones, and we got rid of 7. So that's a bit of a better Cull week. As we said in the beginning, this was a great week.
Oh, it was. What was your favorite one?
Oh yeah, that is true. That's what we're doing now. I think it has to be Suburbia, because we got to play it with amazing people, and it was fun to play Suburbia again. It was a bit long with 4 players, and but other than that, it was my favorite. My least favorite then has to be Magic the Gathering Arena of Planeswalker, because that was just plain boring.
Yeah, I think all of the games on that pile was pleasant surprises, except for Subrobia, because I knew that was good. So all of the others was more fun than I remember them to be. So I was really happy with all of them, actually.
But what was your favorite? You have to say that as well. You're trying to get around it I don't know.
I think actually I had the most fun playing for Sailor Memoir 44, because it was surprisingly good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And his favorite.
Starving Artist.
Yeah.
That was just boring to sit through. We were halfway in the game and just aren't we nearly done? I wish we were. No, it's not that bad, but almost. Yes.
And those are 12 more games. We're getting closer to that 200 games line, where we're 1/3-ish through. And that is the end. Another week of Keep or Cull. We hope you're still enjoying this crazy, wacky series. And that is the end of the video. If you're still here and you have not subscribed and you didn't subscribe at the beginning when I said you should subscribe, do it now. It's fun and it's free. And if you want to do something that's not free and you like what we do, you can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. If you do, you're awesome. If you're already a supporter, you are awesome. And if you cannot support us, you are still awesome.
Yes.
Everybody's awesome. Everything is awesome. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.